World is different. It's amazing that you talk about you failed at all these things and you failed at suicide.
Yeah.
And I've heard that before from other people, right? And I think that's God's way or whatever people believe in of really helping you see or wake up to what's really you're intended to do. And people say you got to hit rock bottom sometimes to understand and learn and then start to become who you're intended to be. And for you to change that mindset from being victim, right, is so big because I think in today's world, it's even worse with the victim. Like I coach youth football and I've got kids and I have a very diverse team on purpose. My kid is a great kid, but he's a white kid in a suburban life, not used to diverse situations. So I purposely coach other kids outside the community and bring them together for unity so it's diverse so they can learn from each other, right? Some kids have it hard and they can be around kids where it's soft. Some kids have it soft, they can be around kids where it's hard. And they're doing that. And I get one or two kids out of the group of 15, 16 kids, which I love coaching, that play victim, right? Doesn't matter. One's white, one's black. That's irrelevant. They literally play victim. And their own moms come to me and are like, Jason, like, I know you do a lot of this in life and help people and coach and stuff. And we listen to your podcast or whatever, but my son's struggling at school and he's punching a kid in the face, or my son's doing this. I don't know what to do. His dad's not around. So I have to take these young men and I have to talk to them like, guys, you're not a victim. Like, you're breathing. You have every opportunity every other kid on this field has, every other those kids have. It's all here. It's the cards you're dealt. You've got to play them. And so when I hear you transition that mindset and you have 8 beautiful babies that you brought into the world, that you're teaching the mindset of, hey, look, you're not a victim. The world is an oyster for you to go out and get what you want. It's so inspiring, Glenn, because there are people out there that still live in this victim mentality and it's leaking into our youth. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I agree 800%, right? 800%. And
800%. I love that.
oh yeah. Um, but what's kind of fascinating around that is, I do believe that everyone's got their own kind of journey to
Yeah.
get to that awareness space. And the season of victimhood, right? For some, that's a shorter season. For some, it's a longer season. Regretfully, some people go through their whole life in that, right, thinking that they're a victim, and so you can never blame you can't blame the victim for what they don't know, right?
Right.
I feel like it's our responsibility, those of us that have had that opportunity to come out of that and to have the mud cleared from our eyes. I feel like it's our responsibility to reach out and like grab more, like what you're doing with the coaching, man. Grab more of these kids and say, hey, look, man, I know the world is telling you that you are a pawn, that you are a victim, that you are that your results are based on an environment or things out of your control. But the reality is, right, you are a child of God, man. You are
Right.
powerful. You are a victor. You can create. It will take work. It will take discipline. It will take time. It will take energy. It's going to take all those things. But if you're willing to put them in, dude, there's nothing you can't do, nothing you can't achieve, right? So I think that there are a lot of people out there that lack someone in their life to bring the awareness to the forefront. And a
Hmm.
lot of people are afraid in today's society to really look somebody in the eye and be like, look, dude, you're playing the freaking victim card, and that's not how you're going to get ahead. Like, people are afraid, man. People just go shelter, they go hide, they don't want to post how they feel on social media. They don't want to say, they're afraid they're going to get canceled. Nobody wants to talk and tell people the truth. And
Yeah.
so that's where I'm at on all that, man, is I wish more people who have had this opportunity, like you and me, would go out there and grab as many as you can. Let's grab as many as we can, right? And pull them out of the freaking fire, because it's ugly out there right now, man.
It is. It is. And it's so It's so unfortunate, but you're right that they don't know what they don't know, and they're stuck with
Right.
the mud on their eyes, right? And it feels good to help when you see a difference when you see a kid. You know, one of the comments we brought up, we got smoked in a game Saturday. I mean, we got smoked, and we've been undefeated all season, and we went in thinking we're going to blow this team out. We beat 58-14, and then we're going to play in the championship game. We're like, we got this. My fault as a leader, went in there too arrogant. Kids went in there too arrogant. Then when they started stumbling, I'm frustrated. I'm uptight. They're frustrated. They're uptight. They're pointing fingers at each other. They're getting mad at each other. I'm like getting frustrated. Hey guys, listen. And now I've lost control. It starts with
Right.
me, right?
Right.
So what do I do Sunday? It's kind of like what you're talking about. I go back to my son, and he's the quarterback, and he's like, you know, he's been great all year. 20 touchdowns, 2 picks. All of a sudden, he has a game 3-3, right? And he's like, you know, and he's pissed off. He's wanting to fight the other team like it's bad. And I'm like, relax. So we get in the car, and I go, look, it's the next day. We're going. It's a different league we're in. 5 of the same kids are over there. The kind of these 5 or 6 kids, we kind of stay together for, you know, keeping
Right.
our group together with different cities that we play in for ball, and we're on our way. And I go, listen, son, I need you to be a Ray Lewis type leader out there today. Like, we're playing a tough team. We're undefeated. This team's undefeated. You know, I know you used to be on this team. There's a lot of animosity with the coaches, but I need you to get the team so fired up. We're going to talk about encouragement. And I was like, do you know what word is in the word encouragement? He goes, courage. I said, exactly. And
That's
I
right.
need you to help me get those kids the courage to win, the courage to not quit, and encouraging people when they're struggling, encouraging people when they drop the ball, encouraging people when they don't run the route, encouraging people when they make a mistake is going to give them the courage to go dominate the next time. And he did that. And we went in there, and we're playing music. I said, guys, we're not going to play tight. We're going to play loose. We're going to have fun. We're going to do this. We end up whipping the brakes off that other team. And that team
Nice.
was supposed to beat us. We beat them 35-9. We're celebrating, high five. We're getting kids that have never scored before scoring. Parents are screaming. We got a kid doing backflips after the game. I mean, so good. But the biggest takeaway is my son listened. He was out there firing up that team. And if somebody made a mistake, he's like, hey, encouragement, baby. I'm encouraging you to have the courage to crush it the next play. And they stayed on that. And it's the impact that you have in your Breakfast of Champions and some of the things that I've been on. I hear people that are going through depression, or I hear people that are going and struggling with their business, or their doors are about to close, so they don't know how to get to the next level, or even people that you work with in your 800 club. Like, people struggle all the time. And one of the things, because you've been there and you've been able to reverse that mindset that you share, you get them to break through that. You get them to understand that, hey, it's not over yet. You're still going. You still got time to fix this. It's like, you've been to jail 17 times. I didn't know that about you. I knew the homeless thing. You're living a great life. You're living the life you're intended to now. It's always recoverable. And I think that's what listeners, that's what folks watching this, that's what all these people need to hear, is that it's never too late, right?
Never too late. You can always recover. And I think an important aspect of that is to also know and understand that no one's going to do it for you, though. And it doesn't require anyone on the outside to do it either, right? A lot of people think, well, if I could get, if so-and-so would do this for me, if I could get that opportunity, if the
Right.
person would open the door, if I that. And the reality is, dude, this hit me, Jason, a little while ago. It blew my mind. I realized something a while ago that was really profound, man, for me. It might not mean crap to anybody else, but it meant something to me. I realized that we are born with the exact same 10 fingers and 10 toes that we die with. The same ones, bro. Genetically, nothing ever changes in us. We're born with the same genes that we die with, right? It never changes. Now, our bodies grow, we gain weight, we get taller, so on and so forth. But you were born with everything that you will ever have, right? There's nothing on the outside that determines how far you can go. It's all right here, man. It's these hands, these feet, this brain, this genetic makeup. What can I do with the cards that I'm dealt? And to me, that was, because I used to think I needed something on the outside to reach high, bro. But really, we were all born with everything we will ever use our entire life. I will only use these two hands to create. My entire life, I will only use these 2 feet to travel, to walk, to run, to jump. Like, it will only be the things that were given to me in the beginning that I will take with me through my entire life, bro. And to
Yeah.
me, that's empowering to know that we were given all the tools we needed to create, dude, at whatever level. Elon, 2 hands, 2 feet. Donald, 2 hands, 2 feet, right? Bezos, 2 hands, 2 feet. Oprah, 2 hands, 2 feet. Beyonce, 2 hands, 2 feet, and a great pair of lungs. Like she's a singing son of a gun.
Michael
Right?
Jordan, he's got special feet, but yes, 2 hands, 2
Hey,
feet.
2 hands, but the same ones he was born with
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
the same ones that carried him to 6 championships.